Welcome everyone to the Trader Kings Talk by CoinW. In this episode, we are fortunate to have Charles, an outstanding trader from CoinW, join our program to share his recent trading strategies and market trends. First of all, Charles, could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Hello, everyone, I am Charles, and my Twitter handle is Xiao Chi. I started getting involved with Bitcoin around 2018, and deepened my engagement in trading within this industry from 2021, dabbling in various native tokens. More recently, this year, I've been dealing more with inscriptions, but last year it was mostly about GameFi and various kinds of games, and I even played around with sneakers for quite a long time. This year, I've mainly been trading a variety of inscriptions. I find the inscription track quite interesting. In my spare time, I also engage in some futures trading.
Thank you for your participation and support, Charles. Let's now move on to our interview section. The first topic is about your current position, Charles. For example, what kinds of coins do you hold in spot trading? And have you been engaged in any futures trading recently? What's your leverage ratio, and how have the returns been?
Actually, the whole market environment this year hasn't been particularly ideal, primarily due to the Federal Reserve's continual interest rate hikes. As the interest rate reaches close to 5.75, a substantial market rally seems improbable. So, essentially, I don't hold any altcoins, only a small amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Initially, I held a lot of Ethereum, betting on its upgrade and having acquired dozens of units, but then I realized the progress wasn't as swift as everyone had anticipated. Consequently, I now hold more Bitcoin. Regarding futures positions, I've been consistently engaged with WorldCoin because I find it interesting, especially with several good market makers holding substantial quantities. Many people don't quite understand WorldCoin's business model and economic structure. Actually, it's a coin conceived by the founder of ChatGPT, but whether it's air or has actual value, there's a commitment to repurchasing the coins on a large scale. So, I find WorldCoin futures exhibit certain regularities, which is why I keep trading them. I don't engage much in other trades, at most some short-term Bitcoin tradings, as altcoins are quite challenging to trade in the current market.
Thanks for sharing, Charles. Could you tell us about your highest single trading this year?
My highest single transaction this year was actually made on CoinW. I don't usually hold futures for long, but at that time, CoinW offered a futures bonus. As I mentioned before, I went long on WorldCoin with 5 times leverage and made more than double the profits because WorldCoin had fallen below 1, which I thought was impossible considering the high cost for market makers and their commitment to repurchasing. They had to sell off their coins in the market because they needed to return the coins by late October, leading to a significant rebound. I sold around 1.6, making roughly 150% in returns, which is probably my highest this year. And I consider CoinW quite lucky for me, as this transaction happened there. Thank you.
Thanks for your support towards our platform, Charles. The overall market has been quite sluggish lately, so what are your thoughts on the upcoming market trends? Are there any particular tracks of trading opportunities that you could recommend our fans and friends to pay attention to?
Here's how I see the big picture. The Fed's interest rate hikes might stop, but it doesn't necessarily mean they'll start cutting rates immediately. There might be a period of 6 months to a year where the rates remain high, which is actually tougher than a continuous increase because you can't see any hope. Even if the Fed one day announces a rate cut, don't rush into the market thinking that everything, including cryptocurrencies and US stocks, will rise. That's not the case. Every time there's a rate cut, there's always a sell-off to shake out the bulls before the market rallies. If you want to take a gamble during these times, you might consider buying some spot rather than using high leverage on futures to bet on the market. Trading is quite challenging now. As for tracks, aside from earning from a few futures, I've actually made more from the inscription track, which might be less popular but spans from BRC20 to BTC's NFT ecosystem, and recently, inscriptions on Ethereum's platform, and new protocols on Bitcoin like Osh and Astro Boy. These new opportunities might not attract many people, but with fewer participants, there's less competition, allowing you to find opportunities in these emerging tracks. Now, if you go back to Ethereum, every play there, be it native coins or NFTs, is already well understood and thoroughly explored by many. With no new stories to tell, making it hard to earn money. So, this is a time when you might want to try new tracks, like the inscription track or the social fi track, which I would consider.
Thank you for your insights, Charles. Those were some very pertinent experiences and enlightening for us all. Our fans and friends can follow Charles's Twitter by clicking the link, and they can also register and open a trading account through the invitation link shared in our tweet to follow our excellent trader Charles in real trading. Thank you once again, Charles, we appreciate your time.